It is the second day of our little trip into Michigan, and we find ourselves at our first stop for the day, which is the Little Traverse Bay. And for centuries this region has been the home of the Ottawa Indians, whose warriors and orators fought bravely to retain their land. And around 1700 a mission was built by French Jesuits at the famous L'Arbre Crochet villages, which stretch from Cross Village to Harbor Springs. Petoskey, named for Chief Petoskey of the Bear River Band, was first settled in 1852 by a Presbyterian missionary. It really is a beautiful spot. So this is called Traverse Bay, and it is right along the Lake Michigan. And it's a beautiful summer day today. Temperatures are probably in the upper 70s to the low 80s, and no humidity whatsoever. So today we woke up in Harbor Springs, which is on the other side of the bay here, and we found our way to Petoskey, and then we're going to Charlevoix. And here comes little Buddy. Huh, Buddy? Come here, Buddy. Come here, Buddy. You can see Buddy really likes I think Buddy likes it here as well. What do you think, Mercedes? Beautiful. It's beautiful, huh? It is. Really, really nice, huh? Nice. Okay. Let's give you a nice shot of the bay up here. Traverse Bay. Look at that. I never would have imagined Michigan being so beautiful as this. Alright, I found my way to the waterway that connects the bay with Lake Charlevoix, and you can see this guy here looks like he is a serious fisherman. He's got all those rods hanging up from the top of his boat, and then just off in the distance you see a catamaran. So these folks here are going from the bay, which I believe is Traverse Bay, and they're going underneath this drawbridge that you see right here. So they just sounded the alarm, and the bridge is going up to allow some of these larger boats to actually go underneath. Last time I saw something like this, I was in the Netherlands, interestingly enough. But so there is your drawbridge going up here in Charlevoix, Michigan. Really is a magical place, Charlevoix. Look at that. And then you got you got a large catamaran coming through here as well. All right, let's go check out Main Street. And I found my way to the other side of the bridge. There's a walkway underneath. And as you can see, the walkway continues along to the mouth of Lake Charlevoix. Couldn't have asked for a nicer day to be visiting this special place here in Michigan. Alright, I found my way to the end of the pier, and as I'm walking along you can see there's gentlemen like this man fishing. Not quite sure what he's fishing for, but freshwater fish, I'm sure. And there's another boat going out. Small lighthouse out here on the end, light tower. And over here you've got just a really nice beach. Nice sand and just a really, really nice beach. I probably would have gone swimming today, but Mercedes, she's from Cuba, and she said that the water here would just be way too cold for her, right?
Right.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, so no swimming today because the water would be just too cold. But here you see the beach at Charlevoix. Really, really a wonderful place. All right, let's go take a stroll down Main Street here in Charlevoix. All right, we found our way to a real estate office, and for those of you wondering what it would cost to live here, I see close to downtown Charlevoix, 659,000. In-town commercial property, 1 million. What else do they have here? 500 feet on Lake Michigan, $600. Desirable north side location, 164,000. Downtown Charlevoix, there you go, $439,000 for a 1,300 square foot home. Very, very small homes here. Home commercial building, 259,000 right there. Park Place condominium, $500,000. If you want to live right on that waterway right there, that'll cost you about $500,000 to live right on the waterway. Okay, so we're just rounding the corner onto Main Street here to do a little shopping. You know, and it's interesting as we walk along Main Street. I was sitting in front of a fire last night with Mercedes, and she was showing me her attempt at trying to do what I do when I do these walkthroughs on places like this. And I don't know, I think it was in Mexico or something like that. And she was doing the walkthrough, but she wasn't talking. So I thought maybe Mercedes could do a walkthrough on part of this video here. We'll see. Here's a place where everything Charlevoix, hoodies and t-shirts and all that good stuff. Alright, let's continue the tour. Right along the main street where people walk and shop and have dinner, there's this beautiful park here. And it's right along the harbor here in Charlevoix. And you can see some beautiful homes that are right here on the water. And I'm going to just give her a nice walk. It looks like there's a pavilion down here at the far end where you can enjoy a nice concert. Really could not have asked for a nicer day to be visiting this place. And just over here, there's a place for the children to play in the water. Somebody was telling me that they don't get a lot of humidity here in this part of Michigan, northern Michigan. A lot of people from the Midwest over the years would come up and spend their summers up here in upper Michigan to get away from the heat. And there I see my dad, who's just been sitting here enjoying a nice view of the water. Look at how beautiful this is. If I walk up just a little bit further, there's a large ferry coming back from one of the destinations. There's different ferries and cruises that you can take here. You see the large ferry unloading off there in the distance. And then just beyond that ferry to the right are some really stunning homes. Probably worth many a million of dollars. See that home off in the distance right there, where I can zoom in or not. Look at that. A couple beautiful homes right there on the water. As we continue our tour up Main Street here in Charlevoix, I see this sign here, and they have mushroom house tours. So mushroom houses are one of the big attractions of Charlevoix. And the mushroom houses, as I read, it says, Charlevoix resident and builder Young transformed common stone and boulders into structural masterpieces. His whimsical buildings have been described as mushroom, hobbit, gnome, and Mother Goose houses. Between 1918 and 1950s, Young planted 26 homes and 4 commercial buildings in the local landscape. In the 50s, he converted an old grist mill into Stafford's Weather Vane restaurant, which has become a Charlevoix landmark. Alright, so we'll see if we can't come across a mushroom house or two before we leave beautiful Charlevoix. Alright, we found our way into one of the gift stores here along Main Street. And Mercedes is on a mission. Mercedes is looking for a gift to get her sister, who watched my little buddy for 3 weeks while I went to British Columbia. See anything you like?
Yeah.
You do, huh? She likes that. Oh yeah. Okay. No, if you were gonna...
I don't like it anymore.
You don't like it anymore? How much does it cost?
It's too much.
How much?
$185.
$185. Wow. They really have some nice nice stuff. They have things called Petoskey stone cabinet knobs, which Petoskey is the town just up the highway from here. Those seem to be a big thing in this area. All right, let's continue with our we'll continue with our tour. You are looking at one of the several mushroom houses here in Charlevoix that are still standing, and as I understand it, originally there were 60 some of these small mushroom houses that were built, and now there's about maybe a dozen or a couple dozen left. I'm not sure, but you can see one there, and this is the most prominent one that I've seen along the street here. So I'll kind of take you for a quick little walk. This is it's called the Sunset Villa, this large home that is right here. And the roof is made of, well, it would appear that the roof is made of some type of wood, kind of like sticks or something like that, but similar to what you might see over in Europe in certain places where I was living in Budapest or Hungary. But it really is a nice area. There's actually one for sale right up the street. I'll go and show you that. Here's yet another one here. They call them mushroom houses or gnome homes. And here's one right up here that's for sale, if you're so inclined to buy a mushroom house. So here is a nice little home right here. Very, very quaint. And then here is one that is for sale. If anybody is interested, you can call Lynn Robinson at 231-838-2024 at Coldwell Banker if you want to make an offer on this little mushroom house here.